And now the theme to our show.
Hey, are you ready to go? Whoa, whoa, it's the Joel and Randy show. Hey, you bitches and hoes, it's the Joel and Randy show.
All tea, all shade. And it's Texas made.
It's the Joel and Randy
Show. Yes, Queen. Yes.
Girl, I had to serve it a la Fergie. Girl, y'all better leave Fergie alone. That bitch tried. She tried to do something innovative.
She did try.
With an old ass song.
Mm-hmm. I'm Joel Tatum.
I'm Randy, and I sure hate it if you want to know anything else. Girl, I've lost my voice behind that.
Did you?
I got a frog in my damn throat. It's the only damn thing that's been in my throat in
You know
years.
what? It seems like you have a frog in your throat every time you come on this show, girl.
And a frog is all the best I can do.
Mm-mm.
Apparently.
But Miss Fergie, I watched that video, and I have to say, Miss Fergie, I love you. But bitch, what were you thinking?
What was she thinking?
I know that you wanted to do something that was closer to your creative thought, and I get that.
Girl, some juices were flowing, but apparently...
But I have to say this again. Bitch, what were you thinking?
Well, the juices were flowing, but I think it was more gin and juice. Because...
She had...
You have to be full to...
That was the first time, I
work.
think, that I've ever heard the national anthem with a jazz beat behind it. It literally had a jazz beat behind it.
No,
I'm like,
no.
How dare you try to destroy American jazz? How dare you, Fergie? How dare you? I love you, girl, and I understand that. Like I said, this was your creative process.
Francis Scott Key rolled, and just no.
You know what?
Not cute.
I have to say this: if Francis Scott Key rolled, it was in laughter because he was like
rolling in laughter, and
he was like, "Bitch, what were you thinking?"
It was just
that's
horrible.
all it was.
But you know what?
I don't think it was that horrible.
It was horrible, girl.
I watched the whole thing and I went,
no.
I'm like, wow.
No, you're not allowed
this
to
is the most surreal experience I've ever seen.
You know what? Roseanne Barr, I would have rather heard Roseanne Barr do her rendition.
No, we're not going to go back. No, we're not going back to the 90s when it comes to Roseanne Barr and her little shenanigan at that time. Now, see, that was disrespectful.
She, honestly, I think that she thought, you know, and these days you can, thanks to Joan Rivers, comedians get away with a lot because Joan Rivers said, people relax, it's just comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
And Roseanne is of that school. But she was all wrong. She grabbed that old nasty junk. And that was just wrong.
Yes, that was, yeah. So that was
I don't mean no harm, Roseanne. I know you're back. I know
anyone
you're back,
who would like to put her in that realm of, if you have Roseanne Barr at the bottom and Whitney Houston all the way at the top.
Whitney was at the top, but she was a recording artist. It was not live people. We have discovered over the years that that was actually a great lip sync job. Better than Britney could ever do.
I know. But it's still one of the best national anthems ever sung.
Exactly. But Whitney was a recording artist.
Yes.
She was not a live performer.
But here's the thing. Fergie does not belong down there with Roseanne
Fergie has
Barr.
a beautiful voice.
She might belong down there
and
with
she
maybe...
just made the wrong decision.
She just made the wrong decision. She just...
Because
and like I said...
that bitch can wail when she wants to.
When she wants to. And Fergie, we still love you. I mean, it's not like the Mariah Carey debacle of last year from the from the New Year's Eve.
Mimi knows she was wrong, honey. Mimi has been living in a bubble too long.
Oh, big bubble, obviously.
Big bubble.
Big bubble. Did you see those thighs? Those
Bitch
thighs
has a lot of money. Oh no, she's lost.
Yes, I know.
She had her. They say she had a laparoscopic procedure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know nothing about that.
It's called I Have Money, Suck It Out of
Is it laparoscopic or laparoscopic?
I have millions of dollars. Hook up some tubes, suck it out. Just suck it out. See? Because I'm not fixing to get on no... I'm not doing those things with the exercises and all that.
We need to move on off of this subject and talk about gay shit. I want to hear about them gays.
We started talking gay shit the moment we opened our mouths.
Well, that's true. Like a friend of mine used to say, nobody knew he was gay until he opened his mouth and a Fendi bag fell out.
For those of you who may not know, that's a purse. And if you are gay and don't know that,
shame on you, bitch.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Even me with my knockoff shit knows what a Fendi bag is. With my knockoff everything.
I may not carry a Fendi bag, but I know a purse when it flies out of a mouth. Trust me.
Speaking of knockoffs, now see, I was reminded of a childhood trauma. Everybody back in the day was wearing those Izod alligator shirts, right? Well, my mother thought, well, an animal's an animal. So I was wearing La Tigre.
La Tigre.
Straight up JCPenney brand. And everybody knew that.
JCPenney.
And getting read by everybody at school because I didn't have the alligator shirt. Then I got an alligator shirt for Christmas.
What did you have on the shirt?
La Tigre is a little tiger.
It's the little tiger.
Yeah. And then instead of polo, girl, I had Knights of the Round Table. All that shit was just traumatizing for me. It's like, Mom, please stop. I'd rather not have anything on my shirt than have shit on my shirt that's off-brand.
You know, my stepmother worked for Sakowitz when Sakowitz was open many years ago. Many years ago. And we walked around in Sakowitz jeans.
Oh.
We had designer jeans.
I
7
didn't
kids.
even know Sakowitz made jeans.
Yes, Sakowitz at the time, and they were the most terrible jeans on the planet. Those jeans lasted all of 3 days.
Really?
They were not made for kids who go outside and play. They were made for kids who sit in the back of a limo and do nothing all day.
Oh well, there are those children out there. I didn't know any of those motherfuckers.
Yes, neither did I. But obviously, from us, she got a huge employee discount, so she just bought them like nothing. And here we are going to school, looking like the rich kids going to school, and we were not rich in any way, shape, or form. No. We wore the Izod shirts. It was.
I didn't know. Yes, like I said, those alligators.
We were dressed to the T. No. We were dressed, especially me, and I had an inkling that there was a gay child in there somewhere because I was dressed to the T.
Oh,
I was dressed to the T.
Well, I, however, was not. I was dressed to the knockoff.
Imitated every 80s movie, every 80s teen movie that I ever seen at that time. That's how I dressed.
Well, no, not me. Not this poor child. Who we weren't really poor, but girl, it was all about the nest egg, honey. Mom and Dad had to have their nest egg. So.
I guess we could be considered lower. We went from middle class to lower middle class to middle class to lower middle class, depending on.
We always lived in the nicest neighborhood, but the smallest home in the nicest neighborhood. We always lived in nice neighborhoods, always. And that small home may have been $250,000 home, but it was the smallest home in the neighborhood, girl.
And I'm
working that frog out.
Before then, had grown up in white neighborhoods. Then we moved.
Me too.
Coincidence.
What a quinky dinky.
What a quinky dinky. Then we
priced the blacks and the Mexicans out in our neighborhood. We just priced them out. We said, "Oh no, you can't afford it," which was completely illegal and racist. But girl, wasn't nobody doing anything but complete illegal racist shit in the 70s and 80s.
Exactly. But we always managed to skip over it. My dad always managed to skip over that. He was brilliant. We lived in white neighborhoods for years. for years until my dad's like, you know what? I'm fed up with living with all these white people. We're gonna go live in a black neighborhood, which I had a hard time dealing with because I am the whitest child ever.
You are a white person of color.
I was the whitest child.
He's often whiter than I am. In fact, I usually speak with more of Afrocentric, if you will, vernacular. Is that the word I'm looking for?
That's probably the word you're looking for.
Than you do. But that's okay, because guess what? You're authentic. I'm authentic. When I go into that accent, I go hard and it's fun. I enjoy accent.
Yes, exactly.
And now let's do another accent. We need to talk about some gay shit. But you have to look it up on that machine of yours because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on
Well, I could have sworn we were going to have a conversation about Miss Sally Field.
Oh, see, that's
and
gay shit.
Fixing, can you believe that?
Her
What is the
son.
with Adam Rip
think it's adorable and so sweet. And
I
I love you, Miss Sally Field. My favorite line from any Sally Field movie is rather obscure. It's from a movie called Backroads, and she plays a prostitute. And Tommy Lee Jones
I remember that
and
movie.
her are in a cafe, and Nell Carter is their waitress at the cafe, and they're trying to run out on a tab, and Sally Field comes out of the bathroom, and she said, no, Tommy Lee comes out of the bathroom, and says, I'm done with you, you fucking whore, and Sally Field says, let me tell you something, you can't get syphilis off a goddamn toilet seat, you cheating motherfucker! Now, I'm paraphrasing because it's been years since I've seen that movie, but that's the gist of it. You can't get syphilis off a goddamn toilet seat. Well, that's the truth. Anyway.
That sounds like a health class.
She's setting she wants her son, who's obviously a top, because she's trying to get him hooked up with that ice skater.
Now, I'm sorry, but Ms. Rippon
is looking for Rippon.
Miss Rippon she is Miss Rippon. You know, she actually was.
Isn't it Adam? I think it's Adam.
It's Adam Rippon. But she is getting a little bit of flack from some members of the gay community because they think that she might be a little bit too feminine.
Fuck you.
It's like,
I'm sorry, gay community. I love you bitches.
Figure skater.
But fuck you for saying that. Hello, Rudy Galinda. And Rudy Galinda, girl, Rudy Galinda had that move. All the queens were dying for it because my friend Robert used to say, girl, she's about to do it. She's about to do it. Oh, there she goes. She's showing her hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she would lift that leg up, girl.
Miss Galindo not only was gay, and everybody keeps talking about Adam being
the first. Uber gay.
She was uber gay. She was also HIV positive at the same time.
And she did not play.
Did not play when she was gay. No, she did not.
And what's wrong with being feminine? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Actually, I feel sorry for you motherfuckers out there who are gay and don't appreciate the fact that we come in all sizes, all colors, all religions. We're human beings. And yes, I am effeminate. And you know what? I own it. I don't play around. And I hate this shit, straight acting shit. You know what? Straight act your ass out of my way. Straight act your ass out of my community. Stop acting, bitch. Be yourself. We should not, especially in this day and time, I can't believe he's being shamed for being feminine. That's ridiculous.
Let me tell you something. I kind of cross the line between the two. And I have my moments when I'm hanging out with the girls, and I'm using quotations with the girls, and we dish and gab and all this other stuff. And then I have my moments when I'm hanging out with my straight friends, and I'm a giant nerd.
But you're
where
just
we
you.
sit around,
But
we
you
talk
don't
about
stop
comic
being-
books
but you
and
don't
all